Hey, you guys. So this message is going to be for um via women born August. So a lot of people don't like the fact that people is doing the same thing, using the same thing. You need to change up so we can, act like, this is fake. But it ain't fake, it's real. When everybody's saying don't we, I said so many people want to project the essence of fakeness, but shit, I'm out here, boo. And like anything can happen out here in these fucked up ass, crazy ass streets, right? And I say, yeah, God must have that bitch. And that's a good thing, you know? Because so many things could transpire. They like, ain't that the truth? So you ain't even trying to do nothing toxic. And even these motherfucking police officers like, shit, I don't know what I would do if I was in your situation. And that's what they know too. So I lost another tooth, y'all. Damn. And a lot of y'all young women need to stop eating so much sugar. Because that's what it comes down to. Years after eating sugar, okay? So brush your teeth after everything you eat. You know? Because letting it sit just fuck you up, boo. Young men, too. And that's what y'all need to know. So I lost another two. See? But I'm going to get it fixed eventually. And that's what y'all need to know. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. Yeah. So let's see. How y'all Leo women born in August doing? Sometimes when y'all have a sense of peace, you be like, shit, let me stay focused even further. Fuck that. I don't like this sense of peace. What the fuck? Let me stay focused even further, nigga. I don't like that. Grandma said that's what they know too. Hey, okay? A lot of y'all motherfuckers be having a moment of peace and you be like, okay, yeah. Has somebody drug me up? Is there something in the air? What the fuck? And that's what we do, boo. I say we stay focused and everybody looking like, shoot, don't we? So I feel like there's an energy that say, you know what? It ain't even all that for you no more. And a lot of people is feeling very ashamed and guilty about some shit. And they really looking like, yeah, they did it. And they really looking like, yeah, they should have been better. And these niggas really is feeling heartbroken about a lot of shit. And they really looking like, yeah, that's kind of bogus, ain't it, boo? Spiritual gifts is here. And a lot of y'all don't even need a lot. And everybody looking like, shit, you would be the one doing this. Fuck it. And just be left alone. And a lot of people don't want to leave you the fuck alone and everything, but this is what you are. This is it. That's it, boo. See? And they feel ashamed and guilty that that's what you are. See? They know they in the wrong. When you just want to be this, and they sit up here and mistreat you, all these motherfuckers. And they looking like, yeah, that's all you do. You don't do nothing else. See? Rejected is here. A lot of these motherfuckers looking like, yeah, we got to do this and we got to do that and we got to tell you this. But shit, we got proof of that too, nigga. And God said, that's what they don't know yet. A lot of people want to act like, yeah, we need to implement this full-fledged in effect out of nowhere. But shit, we got proof of a lot of shit. And they're going to be looking like, oh, unfortunately, damn. And that's their truth. See? And this is going to actually give you a peace of mind. And they're going to be looking like, yeah, let me see what I can not do today. A lot of motherfuckers want to sit up here and act like this and act like that and act like they all this in a bag of chips, but shit, that nigga ain't stalking you, but that nigga like shit. You look like you need to, you know what, not do nothing because you always take care of yourself. So what the fuck these niggas talking about? Unfortunately. And that nigga said, I'm gonna do the same thing that I've been doing and everything, and I ain't finna change shit because these motherfuckers want to sit up here and have people, you know what, prove this and prove that. I said, nigga, please. People got shit to do. And that's how this one nigga feel. And I like, yeah, something ain't right. And I don't like this because, you know what? I don't play that shit. And somebody got a mama. Someone got sisters and aunties and cousins and everything. They like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm an emperor, nigga. And I stay 10 toes down. And I said, ain't that the truth? I ain't finna CCC shit and I ain't gonna say shit and I ain't gonna change shit and I ain't gonna be doing nothing that y'all want me to motherfucking do, nigga. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? The magician is here. He like, baby, you Gucci. I don't know what the fuck these niggas talking about. Unfortunately, see, secrets is here. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take care of you even further. And when I take care of you even further, it's gonna be what it is. Cause you deserve it. When motherfuckers deserve to be taken care of and all this other shit and everybody just be sitting up here just, you know what, just throwing you up under the bus and just riding all over you and be acting like you grimy and shit and you still staying 10 toes down and taking care of yourself and shit. I know what you be doing all the time. And I said, do y'all see this shit? I said, you really meditated all the way up into the motherfucking morning. And she was like, wait a minute, what happened? And I said, yeah, unbeknownst to her, God says, shoot, I'm going to help you get to where you need to go even further here too. Moving on, letting go, and loving you free. A lot of people is getting ready to really give you a free ride. They like, you know what? I don't even need no shit from you. And all these other raggedy bitches and everything around here, you know what? I be doing this for and doing that for, and I ain't even do shit for you. I said, that's catastrophic, boo. See? And grandma said, ain't that the truth? It says under pressure. It says anxiety, decision, and time is running out. So a lot of motherfuckers is looking like shit. You've been through so much and you really tired. And you really is trying to figure out how you're going to do this and do that and everything, but you're going to get it done and that's it. And you like, yeah, they going to end up over there? Shit. What you coming to do over there, boo? Damn. I don't even take that route, but shit, I'm finna change my route so I can just go somewhere with your ass. And that's what this nigga go do here too. I said a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that you getting ready to transcend even further. And that nigga said, yeah, let me get it to not together because you know what? You need to go ahead and get shit together for you and yourself. And this nigga said, shit, you'll come for me when you ready, boo. Damn. And that's your truth. A natural disaster is here. So even grandma says, shit, the earth is working with you. What's the overall energy? Letting go is coming out again. So the earth is working with you. And there's so many powerful things that is happening that a lot of people don't even know. And me, I'm thinking about that one tree that I hugged before I got here to this area in space. And I really want to go back to visit that tree again. But that tree says, shit, you don't even remember, damn. And I don't. And y'all need to understand that if y'all cut on another motherfucking tree out here without it really shedding its own motherfucking branches and leaves, God gonna fuck y'all up. All of these tree trimming motherfuckers need to get the fuck out of Dodge, okay? If y'all know that y'all can't do something because a tree is trying to let itself be free even further and y'all trying to stop its roots from moving forward and everything, the tree says, I have a right to have my roots move forward, nigga. And now y'all trying to figure out a way to kill the roots of trees that's been here for hundreds of years? I got a problem with y'all. unfortunately. The world should not look how the world looks right now. Y'all have really tried to make us feel like everything has to look this way and look that way and all this other shit to be accepted and belong in this world. Y'all have done it with people. Y'all have done it with Mother Nature. Y'all have done it with animals. Y'all have done it with insects. Y'all have done it with everything. Nigga. So it's me. You right. And I did put a motherfucking review and say, yeah, y'all some motherfucking hating ass niggas to be sitting up here trimming on trees and fucking them up. That's all y'all doing. Fuck these tree trimming companies. And y'all need to walk away from that shit right away. Y'all have hurt families. Y'all have hurt so many people and so many things that y'all don't even understand. And even that tree says, shit, I don't know how I'm going to, you know what, protect this land no more. Someone here wants to buy that land. And they want to buy that area and that space. And they really want to have a shopping mall right there. Y'all got other shopping malls all everywhere in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that y'all not even really trying to revitalize, help and assist nobody. Y'all want to start over new. Leave the motherfucking trees alone. Because if y'all cut that tree down, that tree is going to make sure your whole entire family die. And that tree is going to really put out so many toxins in this world. And that's that kind of tree. That kind of tree can really fuck up people. And they like, yeah, I didn't fuck her up because she gave me love. And I really need to find that tree again. That tree needs love, you know? That tree needs to be accepted and belong in its own right. A lot of y'all always trying to tear down things that y'all don't even try to overstand. But that's Mother Nature. That tree is amazing. It's that tree. I have never seen a tree like that before. And I should have took a video. Damn. Why she ain't think to take a video of me? Shit. But I'm on a spiritual journey and I wasn't even thinking about recording trees and recording this. But I felt that tree pain. And that tree is going to really fuck up some shit for me. And that tree said, yeah. Because they got you fucked up. That tree felt my pain just as much as I felt their pain. And they like, yeah, that's not good. So even though this tree had purpose to save the land, and now this tree is saying, I have purpose to save you. So this tree is saving me from a multitude of things. And God said, that's what you need to know, boo. I am not as amazing as I should be, because people literally been trying to murder me on the low. They've been trying to give me toxins, chemicals, fuck me up, and act like, you know what, I should be dead today. I should be this and I should be that. And even the motherfucking trees that surround this goddamn area and space is saying, shit, we are all in working harmony of nothing today. We have to move out the way and let that tree prevail. And when this tree prevails, this tree says, shit, I really just want to be right there in front of the building where you at. So this tree is getting ready to move. And y'all ain't gonna even know how that happens. This tree says, shit, we always moving. And a lot of these trees say, you know what? We could all move. But y'all humans would get terrified and scared. A lot of these trees can literally just get up and say, shit, I want to be over there. But even this one tree that I gave love to says, shit, you getting ready to go, damn. I was going to fuck it up, but I know you got other shit to do. And God said, that's what I don't even know yet. I got so many things to do. And God want me to overstand that shit. Even this natural disaster is not going to be what I want it to be but it has to happen this way. And grandma said, that's what I need to know here too. There's so many things that should not have occurred in my life. But even that last nigga said, shoot, you ain't gonna be as amazing as you should have been, because you know what? You ain't never ever tell nobody your brutal truth. But what is my brutal truth? And God said, that's what I need to know. And when people literally hold back your brutal truth, and you keep on taking care of yourself, and you keep on transcending, you keep on doing what you need to do, God said you have protected yourself and others. And everybody is saying they didn't even know that either. And that's their truth here too. So even that last nigga's looking like, shoe, are you okay? Because ain't nobody taking care of none of us no more. And everybody is acting like, you know what? They ain't working, collaborating with the devil, but it ain't the essence of the devil no more. And I said, I understand that now, baby. And that nigga said, don't I know it? I said, shit, it ain't even the devil. It's just these human beings that have deemed themselves to be human beings to fuck it up. And grandma said, shit, even if they fuck it up, it has to come back. And what is that? Shit, hell if I know. Something has to come back. And when it comes back, it's going to come back with a vengeance. How you doing? And what I have in my mind right now was a tree stump that I walked past. And I said, that was a huge tree. And they said, yeah, they fucked me up and they took me all the way down. And I'm kind of pissed. And I just was not going to do nothing about it. But since you walked by, shit, now this tree stump is in revenge. And they said, yeah, that other tree, you know what, needed love and nobody wanted to give it love. The other tree outside of the library needed love, and that bitch kept on spitting on the tree and be like, yeah, take that. So there's a lot of trees that's getting ready to cause some catastrophic events. When you have a community that really does not try to send love to Mother Nature, but they want to enjoy the the benefits of it and not give back, that's catastrophic. And these trees and these conformation in the grass and the ground and the insects and even the bugs are saying, shit, thank you for giving us some love too. And the bird said, I always get love. And I saw you and I said, yeah, give the trees love. And that's what I did. So I take everything super seriously. And I have to, because no one else is taking it seriously. And even these box elder bugs that's getting ready to shift and, you know what, fill up an area in a space. And they said, shit, I know you killed us, okay, back in the day because you didn't overstand. But box elder bugs should not be murdered either, okay? And dish detergent shouldn't even be used no more. And sometimes people just need to give y'all, you know what, the sulfate, and that's it. They don't need to give y'all all this extra shit. And grandma said, don't we know it here too? So there are so many secrets that people want to put out there, but I don't have no secrets. And I'm really trying to live at the most high vibrational state of it all. And even my ex is looking like, shit, you was way above what I thought you was gonna ever be. And he never even knew who I really was. And he still don't know me. And he like, yeah, I'm getting ready to walk away. And he can never ever come back. And he know that too. See, God is really showing a multitude of people that they really misinterpreted, mishandled, misconstrued it, and misrepresented not only who I was, but a lot of y'all Leo women born in August. Because that's a powerful energy, and they know that. See? And you really had to walk the pathway so much by yourself. And every time you got up, they knocked you down. Every time you thought you was doing something amazing and everything, they really just knocked you down. But you amazing, bitch. And God said, don't we know it? And everybody's looking like, yeah. They can't even begin to endure what you have been through. And these motherfuckers would have been petrified, mortified, and terrified. But you said, shit, I'm tired, niggas. You can get it too, nigga. And that nigga said, shit, they don't want to get it. But they do want to catch bitches off they square and everything and be like, yeah. And that's fucked up, boo. That's the coward shit that's been going on for millions of years. See? And I send out a lot of love of all of these women that have been murdered in these hotel rooms. See? They have been slaughtered and everything, and they really was, you know what, drinking and having fun and thought that everybody had their back, and y'all didn't. See? You're a murderer, and you don't want to tell people that you've been murdering people for years, and you don't want to let people know that shit. You thought everybody was gonna murder that bitch in that area, in that space and everything. Cause a lot of y'all motherfuckers love to come out of nowhere and be like, yeah, I'm here to slaughter your ass too. But unfortunately, God said they finna slaughter you, boo. See, a lot of y'all exes are about to be murdered. And God said ain't nobody gonna go to jail over this. You know? God said the sheriff department ain't gonna be available. You know? The public attorneys ain't gonna be available. They finna be slaughtered. And when they get slaughtered, shit, they ain't gonna like that because they feel as though, like, you know what, they want to continue to live and all this other stuff. But they really have murdered so many people throughout the world, throughout their life. See? And nobody never picked up on it. So when your exes get murdered, don't even trip. And a lot of them got ankle and feet problems right now. And they really trying to make sure that their feet and ankles is always up to par because they want to be able to jump, run, skip, and do all this other shit. But it's time for them to all feel what they have been putting out here in the world. And the trees is going to help, you know. I'm not even sure as to why I am here, you know, but I'm here. And when I got here, there was a sense of sadness in me, but it wasn't me. A lot of people are done with whatever is going on. And my world looks like a world where no one needs to be controlled. My world looks like a world where people do have fresh water, fresh food, a home, an area, and a space if they choose to live on the inside or on the outside of the land, that they will be safe. That's my world. Yeah. And there should be trees that, you know what, be like, yeah, you know what, I'm ripe and I should be able to just drop it and y'all can eat it. And that's how the trees feel, you know. There's been so many pesticides and so many things that have been spread amongst Green Bay lands that is toxic, boo. When I got here, I sat amongst the, I think it's called the Liberty Bell, and I didn't even know I was right there until I walked up to it. And you know what? I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far unless I got glasses, right? But I sat in the grass for a second, just for a second, and the grass was smelling horrible. But why? Even the grass says, shit, we ain't supposed to be smelling like this. And then the grass color is changing too. They like, yeah, y'all fucking us up. And why would you fuck up Mother Nature? You know? Why would y'all create stuff that is making Mother Nature be in a state of duress more so than healing? You know? And a lot of people need to understand that shit. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And that's what my middle child used to say all the time when he was younger, you know? And he like, yeah. And he did. And he like, everything has beauty in it. But now he's starting to see that shit. He ain't got no beauty in him no more. And everybody is acting like, you know what? He okay, but he not. And he really is perturbed. And he like, yeah, I am perturbed, mama. And I said, these niggas looking like, what the fuck was that? I'm perturbed, nigga. Google it. And that nigga is irritated than a motherfucker today. And he like, yeah, my mama is on her way. And she is. I said, nigga, you can't tell me shit. I know what my mama is doing. And he knows. My middle child is a high priest. And he literally is always trying to not tap in. But when he tap in, he be like, shit, mama pissed. And I am. And grandma said, let me get it together even further here too. He like, mama on her way still, but she pissed. And I said, that's unconditional love. But he already know that unconditional love does not mean putting pain out in order to get nothing back. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? So change is here. So we have letting go. When words start to repeat in a message, you know what? We all got to pay attention to it. And even God says, shoot, I got to keep on drinking water, okay? So don't trip if y'all see me constantly drink water, y'all. So it says letting go. It says if someone leaves you confused more than comforted, it says you need to reassess their access to you. So a lot of people is literally looking like, shoe. They want to fuck us up out of nowhere and stop you from doing this and stop you from doing that. But shoot, you already got what you need, and they like, shoot, we don't give a fuck. Come on, boo. Whoever that other nigga was that tried to fuck you up in 2.2 seconds, he got to go too. And grandma said, that's what you need to know here, boo. There's so many people that literally didn't want to do this and didn't want to do that and all this other shit. And they really was trying to, you know what, wet you up to get you set up and be like, yeah, you was in my neck of the woods and you got out and all this other stuff and you should be fucked up and ready to go and all this other stuff for who? So that raggedy ass nigga, okay, thought that, you know what, you was gonna want him. Nigga, look at you. Get your ass out of here. Nobody want to touch on your weird ass. And that's what the fuck that nigga didn't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but shit. Even that motherfucking place over there already say that shit, that was wrong. And then this happened. That is a lawsuit, baby. And they like, yeah, all these lawyers is looking like shit. Pro bonos, motherfucker. I really win that one with no problem, bitch. And God said, don't we know it? I said, shit, you got heavy hitters that is watching and they act like we ain't watching. I said, we got proof and I'm a witness too, nigga. Even Perry Mason said, what up, G? The fuck? These niggas done lost their damn mind. And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, bitch, they lost their damn mind today. And I said, don't we know it, nigga? Shit. Even that bitch that used to work with Perry Mason, like, shit, I'm still here. And they act like I'm not. I said, shit. Perry Mason, like, you know what? Dun dun dun. We gonna fuck their ass up in a minute. And God said that's what you need to be aware of here too. I said you don't want to watch Perry Mason today, but you want to watch this. I said shit. Even your mama said shoot, that was my shit years ago, but I don't want you watching that no more. Strangulation is here. A lot of people want to act like, you know what, We did this, we did that, and I think that bitch is dead. You ain't dead, hoe. And you ain't no hoe. And you really looking like shit. I wouldn't mind strangling a couple of y'all motherfuckers and stringing y'all up. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind dismemberment y'all motherfucking asses and shit and be like, yeah, them niggas gone. And God don't want you to be doing that shit. And these niggas like, shit, what the fuck? Why would you not want to feel that way, boo? See? And I send a lot of love out to my motherfucking additional mama, Gwendolyn Sanders. And she like, don't I know it? I send a lot of love out to my auntie, Ilana McGee. And she like, Ilana McGee, Ilana McGee. And God said, ain't that the truth? I send a lot of love out to those who send love to me. And if you don't send love to me, nigga, I don't fuck with you. And Grandma said, ain't that the truth? See? And you really fucked up and you really tried to do this and do that and act like it's okay. So take care of people and take care of yourself and take care of other people. God said, ain't that the truth? So we have the magician is here. A lot of people is like, damn, the magician coming out again. Someone has the ability to do a multitude of things. And they like, yeah, they are powerful. And they really like, yeah, I know you got me something. And they act like you didn't. I said, unfortunately, these motherfuckers want to eat it in front of people's face. Be like, yeah, they gonna have to pay for that shit. And Grandma said, unbeknownst to them, we finna take some shit even further. And they ain't gonna like this shit. And I said, oh shit, something finna go down. And they ain't gonna like that. I said, your mama getting a download right now. And this nigga gonna have to pay for some shit. And I said, ain't he? Unfortunately. And she like, yeah, that nigga did this, that nigga did that. We gonna take care of you, baby. Okay? I got you. Don't even worry. And that nigga gonna be looking like, yeah, what the fuck you talking about? He know. And he gonna have to pay for this shit even further here too. And Grandma said, don't even trip, boo. Fraud is here. So a lot of people been fucking it up, fucking it up, fucking it up, but shit, they can't fuck it up with me. And everybody like, yeah, these Leo women born in August, they can't fuck it up, boo. And these niggas been shady for years. And I said, shit, that one ain't got nothing to it, unfortunately. Damn. I said, a lot of y'all been working with God to protect these Leo women born in August. And I send a lot of love to you, baby. And a lot of people don't even want to say that you a Leo woman born in August. But shit, if she finds out you are, yeah, she gonna be doing all kind of shit. And I said, oh, that's what the fuck is going on. Unbeknownst to y'all here too. And Grandma said, you know what? We're gonna beat y'all ass in the spiritual world. We're gonna apply motherfucking grace to y'all motherfucking ass that's treating all these Leo women, especially the baby girls. So y'all fucking up the baby girls that's born in August. That's how y'all feel. The amazing bitches, the advocates, the healers, the watchers, the seers, the magicians. Y'all fucking them up. So it says memories is here. So even that baby girl said, you know what? That was fucked up and I remember all that. And I remember how amazing it felt and everything. And that's the only thing that keeps me moving forward here, boo. The amazing energy that someone felt years ago. And I said, yeah, let me not say shit no more. Someone here ain't talking no more. Someone here ain't communicating the way that they need to communicate. But she powerful though. And that nigga said, yeah, but she do communicate in the spiritual world. And I said, yeah, they both do. And that's their truth. Yeah, it says reaching your goal. So it says everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. So whatever is going on, shit, you okay. Allow things to unfold naturally. God wants you to tell you that. Now I said, shit, don't tell her shit about what's going on right now. Because they really decide to, you know what, make somebody out to be this instead of that. And if these other Leo women born in August knows what the fuck is going on, it could be catastrophic, boo. I don't even know how y'all could be so hating ass energy, man. I don't know how y'all could be so fucking jealous and so much just deceitful niggas. I don't even know how y'all could do this. Get it together. It says they are the one. It says you have already met the romantic partner you seek. So even though we have other things going on with the baby girls in August, the all adult women, you know what, that's born in August, you got the romantic partner, okay? You already know that, you know what, is here. And that nigga looking like, yeah, you gonna cause, okay, catastrophic events. And that's what he knows. He like, you gonna cause a rift in the ozone layer in some type of way if you don't stay calm, baby. Some of y'all Leo women born in August have been really through so much shit that you really could fuck up some shit. And even God said, I don't want you to fuck it up like that, okay? Calm down, you know? But when you find things to be unjust with things that should be amazing, I got rage, baby. Fuck anger. And God said, that's what we know. Calm down, boo. A lot of y'all Leo women got rage and y'all ain't got anger. And even Evolving Wisdom says, shit, calm down. And that's what she told me years ago. And she like, yeah, I ain't even know it was you, but shit, I think I remember that. And God said, ain't that the truth? Even Evolving Wisdom has been through so much. And she said, shit, I had to get it together even further because, you know what? I'm an amazing motherfucker in on my own right. And everybody was acting like I was this and that and all this other shit. And just because people dress like this and put this on and put that on, they want to act like we for what? I said, nigga, you can get it. And that's how she feel. See? And a lot of these niggas be acting like, shoot, why is all the women acting like this now? It ain't no act, nigga. This is true. True story, nigga. And they like, ain't that the truth? They tired of being misused, bamboozled and swindled and drugged up out of the motherfucking coochie, nigga. See? And even True Story says, shit, I ain't do that. And he didn't. He like, yeah, we had an amazing time. And that nigga still be thinking about that shit to this day. He be like, man, that was better than heroin, nigga. Whatever drug y'all be on. And God said, ain't that the truth? So it says, let go of the need to control. See, what did I just say? What did God give me to put on my lips to say? It says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. Because my whole heart feel like, you know what? It's going to come out my body, mind, fucking with these baby girls that's born in August. Shit. And I said, shit, let's get it together even further. Grandma said, ain't that the truth? I said, we gonna do something that should have been done years ago. Because she liked this. And she should have a right to be able to do this and do that and be free to be her. And I said, yeah, that Leo woman born in August likes it when, you know what, the baby girls and the baby boys can just be free to be them in the most high vibration of all. And we do, you know. God said, yeah. So it says, yeah, you are so beautiful on the inside and out, boo. So whatever these niggas tried to do and how they tried to do it and everything, they can't even do shit. And they really looking like shit. They don't want to get it. But they want to give and dish out all this toxic shit, but they don't want to give it. See? But even though they fuck you up, they fuck they self up. That's why them niggas be looking stupid and dumb than a motherfucker, baby. And I said, ain't that the truth? It says, I still feel so attracted to you. And what that got to do with anything? And God said, ain't that the truth? It says, I lack courage to come back towards you. Because they already know that they was some fuckery, fucked up ass niggas. See? They can't even admit and come towards you and make something solid because they know that they was bogus. See? These motherfuckers want to put you and interject you into things that don't make sense. And they know that here too. Dumbass niggas, boo. Grandma said, don't we know it here too? It says we both still need time to heal and grow from this, see? And these niggas looking like shit. I think you healed. I don't think these motherfuckers are. And that's their truth. A lot of motherfuckers looking like, yeah, all you wanted was balance. All you wanted was peace. All you wanted was be people to be their most highest vibration of their self and just do what they do, what you do to raise the vibration, not only for you, but other people. Let's, you know what, vibe out, nigga. You know? And God said, ain't that the truth? So it says, I always knew there was something different about you. Of course. You know? These Leo women born in August, y'all a different breed. Y'all a different essence of, you know what, life itself, you know? And everybody looking like, don't we fucking know it? And people should be appreciating that, you know? I appreciate everything that people got to give, okay, to the world in the highest vibration of all, no matter what fucking zodiac sign you are. And God said, don't they know it too, stupid ass niggas, dumbass niggas, you know? And I really would like an egg roll, but what kind of egg rolls are those? And God said, that nigga said, shit, he really needs to create a different sign, and he know that. See? And everybody look at that sign and they be like, shit, we don't know if it's this or that, so let's keep on moving forward. And that's what they do about that damn sign that you got out there, bitch. And God said, ain't that the truth? It says, my emotions for you are still there. So someone here cares about you and everything. You like, yeah, ain't that the truth? So y'all need to pay attention, because you know what? Y'all better not be fucking with my baby girls out here, you know? And I really, you know, I feel so deeply about that, you know? I really do. You know, I feel very deeply about the baby girls and the baby boys, but this is a baby girl reading, you know? And she shouldn't have to deal with a lot of shit, you know? She should be able to create her world and see what she needs to see. And how the fuck you gonna sit up here and make a goddamn wall for them to write on, but then you gonna give them a small space? And then you gonna sit up here and validate that for that nigga? You like, shit, let me take this frame off the wall, nigga. There y'all go. Create babies. And they said, shit, that's all we wanted. This nigga tried to give us a little creation, little wall. And God said, we ain't finna sit up here and minimize these baby girls of what they can create. And that's what that Taurus man born in May tried to do on that video. And that nigga ain't shit. And he act like he created something amazing, but they didn't. Nigga, please. Your creation ain't shit. And God said, ain't that the truth? Let him know, baby. Only I will. Only she'll let you know. Everybody else is like, yeah, that wasn't amazing, but they ain't saying shit. And God says, shoot, you could have did so much more. What the fuck was that? And then they tried to blow it up, nigga. Take that shit down. Weird ass niggas. And God said, ain't that the truth? So this card popped. It says, Dad never knew his father. And Grandma says, shoot, Dad never knew his uncles, aunties, and real okay family members at all. And that's what someone here needs to know, boo. And Grandma said, ain't that the truth? Some people are literally stalking other people to see if they will ever bump into someone that look like them for real. And Grandma said, that's what you need to know. This card popped too. It says your old cards are being used by other people and acting like you gave it to them. But people know you ain't get them shit. So if you're dealing with the water sign, backstabbers is here. Dealing with the earth sign, it says planning this out is important. Do not give up on you and your goals. It says he didn't remember you until the end. Damn. If dealing with the air sign, angel number 888 is here. Dealing with the fire sign, it says you are on a spiritual pathway and they all know it. Awakening. And that's what you need to know here too. What's in the mind? Pisces, overall energy, a cat. Where the cats at, Bun? Take care of the cats out here in the world. Take care of all of the animals, all the insects, all the bugs. Take care of them. They like, shit, I know you don't want to roll over me, but shit, I'm in your way, damn. And that's how the bugs be feeling too, you know? Grandma said, ain't that the truth? So we're going to do I'm going to eat some of this on my, on the road again. I'm saving this for the road, y'all. It says uncomplicated and uncompromising. Power up. And Grandma said, that's good for me. Not those, not those, not those, and those is good for me. Damn, Grandma. I'm going to eat all of them. Fuck that. And she's like, I know. Eat it all. Tell me this shit. I've been eating this shit. Grandma said some of this stuff like walnuts is for the squirrels. It ain't even supposed to be for humans. And that's fucked up too. You know? Even the squirrels say y'all taking all my nuts. Damn. But our bodies is so used to it. But I'm going to save this for the road. I got snacks for the road. And that's what y'all need to know. So let's see. We're going to do another message. Okay. And see what's going on.